Ahead on DC News Now at 4.
A crucial lap in benefits is just days away. How states are stepping up to provide food assistance during this government shutdown.
Clouds moving in ahead of a midweek rain. Meteorologist Damon Matson tells us when you'll need your umbrella.
Then it was a video caught on camera that spooked an Alexandria neighbor, but now police say it was actually family members behind it. Reaction ahead.
Having to go while on the go at Rock Creek Park could have you feeling like crap.
I try not to use them.
You can add restrooms at national parks to the list of things impacted by the government shutdown.
And a DC woman breaking barriers for women. We introduce you to her in today's DMV Doer.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
And thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 4. I'm Mark Hall.
Hey, good afternoon. I'm Annalisa Gale.
We're on track to set a new record for the longest government shutdown as we enter day 27 with no end in sight.
That's right, Mark. Taking a live look now at the U.S. Capitol. Today, the largest union representing federal workers calling for an end to this shutdown. The American Federation of Government Employees saying it's time for Congress to immediately pass a clean continuing resolution.
It comes as the federal government will not distribute SNAP benefits beginning November 1st, and that's according to the U.S. Department of Agriculture. It comes as the government shutdown hits nearly a month.
Yeah, DC News Now's Marielle Carbone joining us live on Capitol Hill. And Marielle, this lapse in benefits could have some major impacts.
Yeah, Annalisa, we know 1 in 8 Americans rely on SNAP benefits, and here in D.C., that's about 137,000 people. Now, states are stepping up to bridge the gap, but in the DMV, this is really a compounded hardship as we have tens of thousands of federal workers going without pay. In Navy Yard, a pick-me-up for federal workers.
I have an empanada, a shawarma, definitely grabbed enough for 2 meals.
As the government shutdown hits day 27.
It's been a little anxiety-inducing.
Monday, World Central Kitchen handing out hot meals to federal workers.
It absolutely helps with the morale. A lot of people are feeling down. They lost hope in a lot of things.
Marquita Bryant is an ANC commissioner in Navy Yard. She's also a government employee.
Yes, I think now is the breaking point. We're coming up on 30 days. That's close to 2 paychecks. Your bills don't stop.
And it may get even tougher as SNAP benefits are set to lapse. The USDA posting this notice on its website, stating in part, bottom line, the well has run dry. At this time, there will be no benefits issued November 1st. The program provides food assistance to low-income families, including 1.7 million people in the D.C., Maryland, and Virginia areas.
I did have a meeting with seniors on Friday, and that is a concern. You have families. Saturday, they want their SNAP benefits. What happens then?
States are stepping in to bridge the gap. In Virginia, Governor Glenn Youngkin declaring a state of emergency and using state dollars. In Maryland, Governor Wes Moore will tap into the $3.5 billion in short-term cash the Maryland Treasury holds. In D.C.,
we continue to wait for some resolution from the federal government.
And there are various organizations also stepping up all across the board. World Central Kitchen will continue doing some federal hot meals for federal workers. The Capital Area Food Bank is also doing distributions. And then companies like DoorDash are waiving fees for grocery stores that are SNAP recipients. Reporting live on Capitol Hill, I'm Marielle Carbone, DC News Now.
Marielle, thank you for continuing coverage. Also, information about available resources for those affected. And to see how local officials are responding, head to our website, dcnewsnow.com.
Well, a firefighter in Prince George's County appeared in court this afternoon after he was accused of distributing child porn. 35-year-old Joshua Edmund Murphy was arrested on Friday. He's currently employed by the department there. This is a developing story. We'll have more on this coming up in our next half hour.
All right, let's head over to meteorologist Damon Matson with the first look at our forecast. Damon, not bad for a Monday.
Yes, but we are definitely starting to feel the chill. for sure.
Oh yeah, that chill has been sticking around, but I mean, hey, with the sunshine out there, it's definitely been pretty beautiful regardless, and this is sort of carried over from what was a pretty classic, chilly but beautiful fall weekend. Now, here are those temperatures. We hit 60 in the district back around lunchtime. We're still at 60 at this hour, so things have held fairly steady as we are seeing those upper 50s to the north and west, lower 60s across the rest of the region to the south and east, and that is all the warmer it is going to get on this Monday. Still definitely some jacket hoodie weather, if you will, but all in all, it's been pretty nice otherwise. But here's the biggest switch up that we are starting to notice. Clouds, they're rolling in with a quickness across much of northern Virginia, especially south of I-66 back over into southern Maryland. You're looking at more of a gray sky with those high thin clouds out there. The more north you go, though, still plenty of sunshine, and that's the divide that we are going to continue to see as we wrap up this Monday. So we'll see those clouds still on the increase, but temperatures, well, they'll do their thing. They'll just start to drop off after sunset, and it will be another chilly one as we wrap up this Monday. But those clouds, they're a sign of things to come. When should we expect things to go totally cloudy, and when will there be some rainfall in the mix? We'll have a full look at your forecast coming up here in just a bit.
All right, Damon, thank you. New developments now in Alexandria this afternoon, where this video of masked intruders in costumes trying to break into a home was seen by thousands of people online.
Alexandria police now saying they were teenagers related to the homeowner in a prank orchestrated by adults who won't face any charges.
Yeah, Mark. DC News Now's Randy Bass joining us live in the neighborhood where this happened, with why police were disappointed with what they found in this investigation.
Yes, that video gaining national attention, and police today telling us these were teenage boys between the ages of 14 and 16 trying to play a prank on a woman inside, a woman they knew.
Those three suspects in masks approaching a home on South Irish Street earlier this month.
Either you come out or we coming in.
The homeowner speaking to DC News Now back when it happened, saying they threatened to come in.
There's no other way to address it other than saying that it's not acceptable. It's terrifying.
On Monday, Alexandria Police Chief Tarek McGuire telling reporters,
we received multiple tips that created valuable leads. Following those leads, investigators discovered that the three masked individuals were related to the victim.
He says that's when a woman from Fairfax County confessed.
If this door doesn't open, we're gonna come in.
Saying her two teenage sons and a nephew were behind those masks, while another child and more adults stood back to watch and record. Chief McGuire says that night the victim called her brother, who responded to her home with a gun.
Hold on, it's me walking around. I'm walking around. Don't shoot.
Saying the victim had no idea these were her family members behind the masks.
It represents a moral failure where consequences could result in deadly consequences. These are not pranks, right? To be taken lightly.
He says the suspects, both the adults and the teens behind the prank, won't face charges as the victim didn't want to move forward with prosecuting them. The chief says he hopes the family learned a lesson.
You had adults that were engaging in this behavior, but also encouraging this behavior. There is a moral responsibility to direct and provide guidance for your children. And in this case, they failed.
Now, following those new developments today, we tried to reach the victim, the homeowner here. She did not come to the door. In Alexandria, I'm Randy Bass, DC News Now.
Randy, thank you. Well, a Maryland man is being held without bond after a months-long investigation came to a close. It came after police recovered over 2,700 grams of cocaine, nearly 10 pounds of cannabis, 2 handguns, and nearly $10,000. Police executing a search warrant after a months-long investigation there, and again into the suspect, 33-year-old Elijah Bell. They say both guns had been reported stolen. Bell is now facing several charges, including firearms charges and possession of a controlled substance with intent to distribute.
A violent weekend in the district. At least 11 people were shot between Friday night and Saturday morning. Some of the victims and suspects are teenagers. Today, the police chief blaming the council's failure to extend the city's emergency juvenile curfew order, which allowed the chief to designate enhanced juvenile curfew zones and also disperse crowds of kids. Since that expired, she said that there's been an immediate uptick in juvenile disturbances.
What we need is a law, legislation, DC code, whatever you want to call it, in place so that young people know that they can be held accountable. Right now, they don't feel like there's any accountability, so they're starting to do the same thing all over again, and it is very frustrating.
D.C. Council will hold a public hearing Thursday to discuss the effectiveness of those curfew zones.
And staying in the district now, Anacostia High School closing early today due to a sewage backup. ANC Commissioner Tom Donahue visiting the school. He says there was 6 to 10 feet of sewage in that elevator shaft there. He also said that the basement of the school had 3 to 6 inches of sewage. The school working to drain the elevator shaft and sanitize the basement. All right, turning now to sports, the Washington Commanders have a chance to hop back into second place in the NFC East standings if they win tonight's game.
Oh, Annalise, a big game across the board. Washington is on the road for this matchup as they take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Sports director Derek Forrest joins us now as the Commanders seem to have a big hill to climb. Chiefs playing better. Some of their key players are coming back while we're still missing our #1 guy.
Well, you're missing quarterback Jaden Daniels, but it looks like you're going to have a couple of guys on the offensive side of the ball for the Commanders in this one on Monday Night Football. But as mentioned, all odds are against the Washington Commanders in this one on the road with the Kansas City Chiefs, a team they haven't beat since 1983. And according to the odds, they are 10.5-point underdogs in this one. And it doesn't help without quarterback Jaden Daniels under center. But wide receiver Terry McLaurin and Deebo Samuel are both active for this one, so it should help out backup quarterback Marcus Mariota and the rest of the offense, because having these two guys back on the field opens up the offense to be more creative in what they can do.
Run all of the routes in the system, but just being in there and how they can make plays, it's definitely a big deal. That also affects other parts of the offense and running game and other things to go with it. So matchup. So yeah, I'm excited to get these guys back into the mix, and they are too, because you know, missing and not being in it, it's hard, and so they're excited.
All right, as good as this is, there is some bad news to come across. We're still waiting to see what's going to happen with Deron Payne on the defensive line. He was questionable going into today, so we'll see if he'll play tonight. But the Commanders just moments ago just signed Matt Wright as their kicker because Matt Gay, is out for the Commanders, their kicker, with a back injury. So they got to pull somebody up, sign him on the practice squad, call him up, and he's going to be kicking field goals for Kansas City. Ironically enough, Wright kicked for Kansas City last year, so he's familiar to Arrowhead and the environment there.
We'll see.
Fingers crossed.
You only got to win by 1, Derek.
Yeah.
You only have to win by 1.
Right.
Fans need this one tonight.
Hopefully the kicker can get it done.
All right. Thanks.